Welcome everybody back to A&M in the AM, episode 29. I'm back here with MORT, and just to start this video, we're doing our mock draft. But CBS, ESPN, ABC Sports, I don't care who is posting a mock draft, you need to stop copying us. We just decided to look at CBS, and
42 minutes ago.
And I'm not even, like, I made a bold prediction. I said LaMelo falls to 4. And you want to know who had LaMelo falling to 4? CBS Sports. And it pisses me off that credit is not given to us when stuff happens, and that's all. At
this point, I want to be employed by somebody and make money off of what I say.
I mean, they're not. No, they just take our takes, and they know they can take our takes without paying us.
Because they know we have the hottest and the best around.
Like, you said something on the mock draft Sunday night. We recorded that Sunday night. You said something about Westbrook to Charlotte. The very next day, after the video was posted, to say that, reports came out that Michael Jordan was very high on training for Westbrook and would do what he can to get him.
To be fair, I did see some rumors about that, but then the whole Michael Jordan thing came out, and then I had made the joke on Twitter saying that Jordan was trying to trade for himself. And then they said they weren't going to give up the 3, so then those talks kind of died off.
Well, I guess we can just get into some crazy stuff that's happened. Over the past 24 hours, Shams and Woes have been fighting.
They've been battling.
Last night, we were getting ready to record one of our videos that we post, or one of the picks videos, and literally, Woes dropped he dropped Robert Covington to Portland trade for Trevor Ariza, and then not even like 5 minutes later, Shams
said, "Forget your chicken strips. I'm gonna drop a bigger one."
It was the Holiday to the Bucks trade, and I think those have been the two main ones so far. Has there been another? Oh, there's been Musa to Detroit. I don't know his first name. I want to say like Daniel maybe.
I honestly didn't even pay attention to the dude's name. I just saw him barely grazing the rim on shots and turning the ball over and all kinds of other things.
But it was Musa and a second-round pick for Bruce Brown from the Nets, which I don't mind that second-round pick at all.
I mean, because they said that it kind of equals up because Bruce Brown was a second-rounder, but then if you're trading for a second-round pick and you already had a second-rounder kind of establishing himself, it kind of made no sense at all.
And I feel like Musa's the kind of the same as Spev or Svev or wow.
Svev?
Yeah.
He's garbage?
Those two are like the same. So I can't wait for a lineup of Sekou, Svev, and Musa.
It's a Dazan and Musa.
Dazan and Musa, okay. Yeah. He progresses really well in 2K. I know that. If you put him in the G League.
I want to know. I don't pay attention to Musa.
If you put him in the G League for a year, he progresses well.
I guess that's what they gotta do.
But that was like 2 years ago when he was a rookie. But yeah, let's actually talk about the I don't know how I didn't the Chris Paul trade.
Yeah, I left it off the thumb and kind of thought about it today. I was like, well, I probably should have put that on, but I mean, we didn't. But yeah, it's a wonderful trade.
Yeah, I'll say it here. Not hot take, but a very bold take. Phoenix finishes top 5 in West.
Andrew Windhorst. New Andrew Windhorst is his name now.
Yeah. Phoenix finishes top.
Actually, no, Andrew Perkins. Sorry, Perkins.
Andrew Perkins.
Yeah, Kendra Perkins was the one that said that.
Phoenix finishes top 5 in the West. I mean, they really only have the Mavs and Nuggets to compete with there, and I feel like Nuggets are going to take a step back in the regular season, especially with now you're running a Phoenix lineup. You're adding. Keep in mind, you have that bubble team. Kelly Oubre didn't play on that bubble team. So you have that bubble team returning, adding Chris Paul at point guard. With who are you playing at point guard? Cameron Payne.
I honestly don't know. It could have been Cameron. It could have been Ellie. I honestly don't know.
Yeah. So you're adding that 8-0 bubble team that made a miraculous run. You're adding Chris Paul, who took a OKC team that wasn't even supposed to get the first overall pick to the playoffs as a fourth or fifth seed. And you're adding that. You're adding one. He's a top 5 point guard in the league. Me and more. I don't know if we discussed yet. I think we definitely.
Yeah, I think we did last
yeah.
week.
So yeah, he's top 5 point guard NBA history. And then you're adding one of the best shooting guards, if not the best in the league. You have Miles Bridges, or it's Miles or
Michael.
Mikel. I always forget. You have Mikel Bridges, and then you have Cameron Johnson,
Or
Dario Saric,
but I still think you go out and get somebody better. You trade Saric.
or you have Aaron Baines that you could play there. Or off
I
the
like
bench.
him still as the backup center. I would preferably go out and get a power forward like Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, and
then keep Cam Johnson off the bench. I just like him there.
and then have Cam Johnson be your have him even
Because
be a
like
3.
because Cam Johnson can be a 3 or a 4 off the bench next to Baines, and they both be shooting and stuff. So
No, then you okay. Say you go out and get a Grant, then your bench is Okubo, possibly guard you draft with that 10th pick because they somehow kept that. So you draft like a Killian Hayes, the Tyrese Halliburton. You draft someone that falls to you there, even R.J. Hampton, Cole Anthony. If
I was
you
gonna say,
want,
where you go crazy and get Cole Anthony.
yeah, I was gonna say if you wanted to reach there on one of those two, you draft someone there to progress behind Chris Paul.
Or if you get lucky, Naismith.
Yeah,
That's another shooter.
I've been seeing Naismith has they've been high on him. So yeah, he could even play that 2 spot there. And then obviously you have Johnson at the 3, Saric at the 4 if you keep Saric, and then Baines at the 5 if you keep Baines.
A lot of veteran presence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that bench is probably top 5 bench in the league, maybe.
But then okay, but then like you're like, oh well, the bench is also led by Ellie, but at the same time, like what's his name, the coach?
Monty Williams.
Yeah, I would put trust into him, knowing like how to time manage. Like I don't know why, but I feel like he knows how to manage it, where he could get it where Chris Paul or Booker are always playing with somebody with the bench, like somebody that's just gonna run the ball.
Yeah, so
through.
like if you have like Booker and then like the rookie that you draft, if you have him out there and then you have Paul and then like Okubo or Paul and like Payne or Paul and like somebody you pick, because I guarantee they're gonna make a guard pickup in free agency. There's no doubt that they're.
I mean,
gonna...
Javon Carter wasn't bad, but I don't think you want to roll with him.
He's kind of older though. He's like 25, 26, so he has that veteran under him. But
he looks like Little Bill.
Yeah, I was gonna say they definitely could make a push for like a Rondo, maybe. But Rondo
I would say that, but
start.
Rondo and Chris Paul don't like each other.
Oh yeah, I forgot they got in that fight that one time. Yeah, but they definitely can make a push for one of these KCP.
I was saying KCP, but then I saw last night that he's all but going back to the Lakers.
And I feel like he's gonna request for too much money, and we discussed that.
Yeah.
That let alone they ate some cap with taking Chris Paul, but they still have to pay Aaron Baines. And then at that point they're gonna have like
maybe close to 8 in.
Yeah, and then they have like maybe $5 million, $3 million that they can spend on a guard. And I mean, you can get a decent guard out there for that price, but like that's pushing it.
I'm still a fan of Trey Burke going there.
I mean, I don't mind that. Is he with the Mavs still, or is he a free agent?
He was just a 1 year or one month of signing, really.
Yeah, but Trey Burke wouldn't be bad. It gives him that veteran point guard. Yeah, it's crazy. Trey Burke's a veteran, but yeah,
Yeah, veteran shooter and lead the bench a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, Chris Paul to Phoenix. Everyone knew that was coming. I mean, not really, actually. I feel like everyone kind of knew it was coming, but you hadn't heard anything since.
Everyone knew it was coming when they said Chris Paul was the one making the trade.
Yeah, and I mean, I basically got it right. I just want to say that again. I don't agree with the what was it, 3 first-round picks?
Something like that.
3 first-round picks was maybe a little bit too much. I said they could probably get away with it, like that 10th pick and a future pick, but like, yeah, they obviously wanted to keep that 10th pick, so they had to give.
I mean, they gave up Ty Jerome, Kelly Oubre, and Jalen Lekou. I forgot how to actually say his name. The man can jump like crazy.
Yeah.
We just saw his highlights a few days before that, and man can fly.
And then Ricky Rubio, which feel bad for the man.
It is what it is. When he tweeted, it's like a business or whatever. So.
Yeah. I understand, because if they didn't want to trade that 10th pick, because this is one of the deepest point guards classes in recent history. With obviously you have LaMelo, R.J. Hampton, Cole Anthony, Killian Hayes, Tyrese Halliburton, Cassius Winston. You could even say
Kyra Lewis.
Kyra Lewis. This is a very, very deep point guard class, and if you want that point guard to start developing behind Chris Paul, now's your time to get it at 10. And I feel like they go that or a wing player to possibly replace or to have a young guy at power forward if they don't get that Grant, or if they don't like Cam Johnson there, or if they don't like Dario Sharks there, or if they need someone to play the 3 spot. I think they go wing or point guard.
Yeah, they would have to. It's whoever they think they can't, what position they can't fill in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you just go small, and you put somebody else at small forward and Michael at the starting power forward.
Which he did play there during the or he played. See, the thing about Phoenix, they have played Mikel at 2, 3, and 4, so like they're very versatile there.
Yeah, because he can defend.
Yeah. But I remember like in our first when we first started talking about the lottery, I think we said that Phoenix was big there, which I kind of question that now that I think about it, because I feel like they needed to go point guard at that time, but now that they have Paul, but
I just like the Jeremy Grant again, going back to that. Another 3-and-D big guy next to Ayton.
Yeah, I like that. He 6'11", 6'10", something. Like that. Yeah, I feel like he's grown over the years.
Oh yeah, I mean after the Thunder gave up on him,
mm-hmm.
he just kind of took off.
Okay, so I mean I say without further ado.
But you said when you said overpaying, we didn't mention how much the Bucks overpaid for Drew Holiday.
You are right. They four.
I saw that they said people said that the Bucks gave up more than the Lakers did for Anthony Davis.
They did. I do believe 5 first-round picks were involved. 2 of them are swaps. 3 automatically go to New Orleans, and then Eric Bledsoe and George Hill. You could say he was part of that trade, but. and
also like
all the Bucks got back was Holiday. I don't think I saw anyone else going there.
I think somebody random or maybe a pick or something.
Because at least with the Chris Paul trade, yes, they gave him 3 first round picks, but they got Nader.
Yeah,
he's a young
dude.
He's a young 3 that they could develop if they needed to. He's a good 3. He's a decent 3. I think he's working on his D though.
The Bucks, they have a very good starting 5. No bench to speak of now. No picks. Giannis isn't going to get any younger. They don't have any other young guys now to even like build around or think about besides Connaughton, but he's not very.
Oh yeah, because we didn't address the.
I was gonna say because now that they have Bogdan, they traded DJ, traded Ilyasova, and someone else in that.
It was DJ, Ilyasova, and they're DiVincenzo.
Yes, so they traded all of their young guys. I think maybe a pick there too, or maybe they got one back.
I think they got one back.
I would assume they'd have to get one back. DJ Wilson still gets blocked. I had said probably months ago at this point, I wanted to see him in the Suns when we made that big 3-team deal for Bam
and
going
Giannis.
to the Bucks. Yep. But he still gets blocked. It's pretty saddening. And
he could get an opportunity there though, because I feel like the Kings are especially
just buy him out, let him go somewhere else.
They might,
please.
Or they might send down.
I would say, or they'll probably buy out Ilyasova.
Oh yeah, they're gonna buy out Ilyasova, and then when you look at it, they only have like 2 guys ahead of him, so you might get decent bench minutes.
He was only supposed to have 2 guys in front of him, the Bucks, and they couldn't play. The Bucks only have returning. It feels like Thanos, and that's it.
And Pat Connaughton.
Yeah.
So you have the guy that was at the dunk contest last year, and Giannis's brother.
Guy that's only on the team because of his name.
Basically, yeah. They might as well bring Alex. Not Alex.
Kostas is still with the Lakers. They could get Alex though.
Oh yeah, but he's next year's draft, I think, and he's gonna go lottery, just because of his name. But yeah, I think the other trades were kind of just low key. Obviously, that Covington trade, I think it really worked out well. You could say Portland overpaid with sending 2 first-round picks. I think I agree with the 2021 this year, but I don't agree with the future 2021 one. It's confusing. I don't agree with that one, but I do agree sending a first-round pick for Covington.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, he's got like we all said before, he's got the best contract in the league. Mm-hmm. He helps them out a lot. Like I said the other day, I don't know if it was in the draft video or not. I just like that ability to put him at the power forward next to Nurkic, and then or like you had said, small forward if they bring Melo back and put him at power forward.
And I was saying even during that video, I said they need a 3 or 4 type of guy, and I was like, either they draft a guy or they pick a guy up in free agency. But they definitely need someone, and that proves to Lillard and McCollum that they're going to actually try to build around them now. Which
I mean, it shows something's gonna happen. It's got to be Melo coming back or somebody's going there because they traded Ariza, and now Rodney Hood's not coming back.
or they
So
or
or they're running it up with Nazir Little as their starting small forward.
or they're running it up with a lineup of Lillard, McCollum, Covington, Whiteside, Nurkic.
I don't think Whiteside stays.
You don't think he's? Where do you think he goes? That's the one person. Where do you think he goes?
And that's what we were saying. It gets weird fits everywhere, but I don't know.
Because no place truly needs a center other than like New York.
I think we had
Not
mentioned
even New York.
I think we had mentioned the Cavs, but you just saw that Drummond accepted his player option, so
Yeah,
I
no
don't
place.
know.
No place truly needs a starting center right now, except like obviously the
I mean, the
Warriors.
Pistons.
Yeah, Warriors, Pistons,
Celtics.
Celtics. I don't see him going to the Celtics, or Warriors, or Pistons.
I mean, if he wants to stay on the bench, I guess, because it's of course better than having Zach Collins as your backup
And obviously,
center. But
I mean, they proved that they were giving them equal minutes and that they were both performing well when they were on the court together. And that could kind of cheese teams because you're playing big and teams aren't going to be able to guard that on offense.
especially if Bubble Nurkic shows up with his shooting ability, I guess you could do it. But
Yeah. Lost my train of thought there. But yeah, so you just want to go to the mock draft now then? So, first overall pick. We obviously have been high on the Pistons trading it here. And I'll just let you make the pick and or trade for the people that are going to make the pick.
Okay, we've been saying this for a while. Troy Weaver is going to hopefully come in clutch and trade for the pick and take LaMelo. The trade is the 7th.
Okay.
Tony Snell,
Okay. And I feel like
Musa for the giggles,
okay, and I feel like a second rounder.
and there was somebody else that they were saying originally too.
Oh, Luke Kennard.
No, I don't think it was. It was somebody else. I don't even know now, but they were saying somebody else originally. But yeah, and probably another pick, which is completely fine. Trade you can't trade back to back, so yeah, trade the 2022 pick because there's nobody. You're keeping the 23 and the 24 for Imani and Bronny just in case. So you trade.
No, they can trade that 2021. It's just the Pistons keep the pick and they have to make the pick for the Timberwolves.
That's fine. So Snell, Musa, 7th, 21. You get LaMelo.
And you get James Johnson in return.
Yeah, so I was gonna say James Johnson also, yes, because James Johnson's involved in everything, and then you just let him go wherever the heck he wants to go, do whatever.
Yeah,
he
because
wants.
he-
Don't even bring him to Detroit.
Because he matches the Tony Snow contract. So, yeah, I like that. So LaMelo first overall.
But you say why?
What do you mean?
You say why do they do that, right?
I mean, I personally had them because all reports now that we're seeing, as of before this, I've seen that possibly LaMelo falls to out of top 3, and that we could possibly trade with the Bulls and offload Derrick Rose and possibly get a decent center back from the Bulls with Daniel Gafford, and then still be able to get LaMelo and then have a starting center, and then Christian Wood can go to power forward, and that's just my personal view there. But
when was the last time the Pistons had a relevant point guard at all?
you could say,
Let alone a franchise.
you could say the most relevant. Last time we had a relevant point guard before, Derrick Rose obviously, but his prime.
Okay, yeah.
Was when we trade for Reggie Jackson, but that was obviously when he was still kind of in his prime and doing good. That was the last time we actually had a relevant one, but then he got hurt right after. So Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, because Reggie was like the 6th, 7th man of the Thunder, so I mean, I don't know how relevant he was.
No, he was a starter. I think he was starting at like the 2 because that was after James Harden had left. So he was starting at like the 2
okay,
spot
maybe
for him.
around that time.
They were running like, I feel like the Thunder always, now that I'm thinking about it, the Thunder always have like 2 or 3 good point guards, and they always have to run like a 3-point guard offense somehow.
But yes, the Pistons, of course, with Isaiah Thomas, the franchise point guard. Chauncey was the franchise point guard. AI came in after the fact.
You can't even say. AI was there for less than a year.
We're talking about practice.
Literally, he was there for practice.
The Pistons need another franchise point guard. We're changing the culture. We got it. You got it right.
Oh my god.
The new number 1. I wish the number wasn't retired, so Melo could wear it.
No,
but
he
we are the new franchise point guard. We are the new Chauncey Billups, LaMelo Ball.
What might happen is that he might ask Billups for permission to wear the number.
I doubt Chauncey does that.
Why?
Because it's Chauncey and he's got his number retired.
But they let a couple people do that.
Blake couldn't do it for Rip. That's why he had to switch to 23 instead of 32.
Well, yeah, because that's Rip. But like
exactly, it's Chauncey. He's the second best point guard in history for the Pistons.
What number do you think LaMelo takes then?
I was actually looking earlier. Just about 1 through 10 is all retired. So
you think he goes 11?
I had seen like 11, 14, anything like.
Well, number 7 was being used for a while, and they allowed that. Because that was John Staley's
the great
number.
Ben Gordon. Oh.
Yeah. No, John Staley's number was 7, I do believe, and they were allowing Stanley Johnson to wear that. And then they allowed Stanley Johnson to wear number 3, Ben Wallace's number. Stanley Johnson really bounced around.
5 also.
What?
I thought he wore 5.
No, it was 3 and 7. I think he was at 3 first, and then Ben Wallace retired his number, and then they let him use it for the rest of the season, and then he moved, maybe it was number 7, and then he moved to number 3, and then they retired 3-2, and then he.
What I want? A nice, good-looking Pistons jersey for once, with ball number 0. How do we like the thought of that? LaMelo wearing number 0. Yes, that number 0 right there. That number 0 right there. I know it's vacated now. Grab it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a Motor City Melo jersey, even though this is the old Motor City. This is back when Adidas still.
That was a decent Motor City though, not the garbage.
This was my favorite Motor City one, and then they switched. They had the line in the middle. I don't like it. Okay, but yeah, I truly think Detroit will make a power move here to somehow get LaMelo. If not at 1, at maybe 4 with the Bulls, and maybe get more value, like get another guy in the trade. But
I'm liking the trade I saw yesterday pertaining to number 2.
Involving the Pistons and Blake.
Yes,
I do like that because that offloads Blake's contract. It was Blake and the number 7 for number 2, correct?
For 2 and Wiggins.
Oh, for 2 and okay. I feel like we would have to give another pick there because they're gonna say Blake's aging.
I think, but there was also something else where, it was a 3-teamer. I think the Kings were the other team. Yeah, the Kings were the other team. The Warriors were getting healed out of it.
Okay, so yeah, that would work then. I wouldn't mind that. I feel like Pistons are in the option to trade for the 1, 2, 3, and 5. Not 3. No, 1, 2, 4, and 5. Not 3. Jordan's not trading.
Okay, so if the Warriors aren't trading, we both have them taking Wiseman.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's and then,
so as long as they keep him, my man, JP, brought it out for a special occasion. As long as he stays, I could care less what the heck the Warriors do.
I think Warriors go Wiseman. I did think about Anthony Edwards a lot there, but I looked into the fact of he doesn't fit right now because they have Wiggins. Because they have Wiggins, he doesn't fit on that team. And the Warriors have never really had a true established center. If you want to count Andrew Bogut.
I was gonna say Bogut,
but like that was their last true center, and I feel like they want a center for the future, kind of to start building the team around. With like JP, obviously, Eric Pascal, Wiseman at that point, and then you have Damon Lee off the bench. You want to kind of start a youth movement because Curry is obviously not going to be Curry forever. Clay's not going to be Clay forever. Draymond's not going to be. He's basically
Draymond hasn't been Draymond since 2016.
Yeah. So you want to start that youth movement, and I think that starts with drafting Wiseman at 2. Okay, so now we have the Charlotte Hornets.
Are we going the bit? I mean, I guess if realistically Lamelo's off the board, do they make the jump? Do they go with the outlandish move that we've been talking about that might not be outlandish after all? Because they have Rozier, Graham, Malik Monk, and I swear a 4th guard.
Devon.
That dude Jeremy Lamb, or is he a Pacer now? I don't even remember.
He's a Pacer.
Okay. It's really coming down to do they take Anthony Edwards or they take Oniko Okongwu.
Because I do believe they do have 4 guards.
I think Okongwu fits there. I think it's a Jordan move also. So I mean Anthony Edwards would provide a flash that they would need, but
yeah, they have Malik Monk, Graham. I'm not gonna get Terry Rozier. And then they have like Dwayne Bacon, Dwayne Bacon if you want to count him. But
isn't he a center?
Kobe Simmons.
Oh no, I'm thinking about the other guy.
Yeah, no. I mean, they only have 3 guards on that team, and then you have Miles Bridges playing the 3. Obviously, they want.
So then you run it up with Rozier, Graham, Miles Bridges, PJ Washington, because everybody keeps forgetting about PJ.
Or
Washington.
Jalen McDaniels.
Yeah,
keep in mind,
but that's a big reach. That's a later on pick.
No. They have where's he at? Yeah, they have Jalen McDaniels.
Okay, whatever.
They have, hold on. Yeah, Jalen McDaniels.
Okay, but still, it's PJ Washington starting.
Yeah.
And then you put Okongwu next to him. Because, like, PJ Washington's kind of like an outside. Okongwu will defend the inside, get the rebounds. So I think that fits better.
Yeah, because
especially like I forgot about Bridges. So yeah, Anthony Edwards want to go there and play small forward, they'd have to trade Bridges.
No, they would probably play Anthony Edwards at the 2, realistically, and then have
Then
Rozier,
Graham,
or Graham coming off bench. So, which it could work. I'll go with you because we have been seeing a lot of Okongwu moving up. I don't like the idea of Anthony Edwards falling here because he is a top prospect and he has been rumored to go 1. But I'll let it slip. I think. I'll let him slip.
Okay.
So we go Okongwu.
So then we go 4. The Bulls, do they let him slip too, though?
No, I don't think the Bulls let him slip.
What do the Bulls need now?
I think the Bulls take him because I had the Bulls taking later on in my draft. I had the Bulls taking a 3. So I think the Bulls go.
They take Denny still here?
No, I think the Bulls take
Okay, yeah.
I think they go. I think they go.
Small forward.
I think they go Edwards here. Gives them a good 3-and-D type of guy. Pairs well with Levine. Levine's not forced to play that 3 possibly. You get a young guy there to overtake Otto Porter. You kind of start the youth movement. You have Kobe White, Levine obviously as your veteran, Anthony Edwards, Marketing, and then Wendell Carter. I think that fits perfectly.
Yeah,
obviously
it's not a bad little team.
I obviously don't want to see that in the Central, but it makes the most sense.
But then against the Bulls, the Bulls have had that core for a while and haven't done anything, so I wouldn't be scared.
So yeah, okay, so 5, we have the Cavs. Now that they kept Drummond, they have Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love.
They got some choices here, though.
Yeah,
they could go Obi, they could go Okoro, they could go Denny. Who do we have?
I think they go the most versatile player in the draft, Denny.
I think so too.
I think it gives them an option there at the 3 or the 4 if they were to possibly trade Kevin Love down the line, where Obi more or less gives them only an option at the 4. Yes, he can play 3, but it's more of a iffy statement there.
Plus, I feel like Obi comes in like he's gonna command like the fans and like the all the hype and stuff, and then like Garland and Sexton won't have as big of a role anymore.
And the only reason, the only reason they would take Obi is because he's from Dayton, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. That's why I'm saying like the hype, like him being from Ohio and everything, it makes sense. But yeah, I would do Denny because then you have Sexton, Garland, Denny.
And they said Denny is as good, if not better, than Luca was coming into the draft. Coming into the draft, not right now. Coming into the draft, they're saying he's better he's as good, if not better than Luca. And
they said offensively, yeah, which is kind of crazy, but they said like defensively he's not as good, and
but I think
handling the ball and stuff.
I think defensively it will really help working with a veteran like Love if they keep him around. I mean, Love's not the best defender, but still, he's been in the league for 12, 13, or 12 years?
12, some, I don't
12.
know.
He's been in the league for a long time, so obviously he can work with Denny. And then obviously Seti's still there.
I was gonna say, then you run it up, then Seti goes to the bench.
No, or Seti plays if they trade Kevin Love, you have Seti play the 3 or the 4 because he can do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say in this scenario, keeping Kevin Love, because then you have Denny at small forward, Kevin Love, and then Drummond.
Yeah, and then you have Garland and Sexton running the 2-3 or the 1-2.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay, so now we have Atlanta Hawks at 6. I have Isaac Okoro.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm still sitting at Okoro.
Yeah, I don't think I think they in reality they don't need this pick. I don't they have a good team. They don't need any holes to fill. So like I think if you just get them another wing defender in Okoro, him and Hunter can kind of be an interchangeable there. That I feel like that would work perfectly for them.
I just see the big question mark is his offense, and DeAndre Hunter is also not the best scorer. I think that's what it runs into. But I guess if you're relying on Trey and John Collins to do your scoring, because Capella also isn't going to offer much on offense either.
Mhm.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. I mean, I guess then you just don't have to start Okoro. You can put him on the bench, and then start Herter. So
Yeah.
it's just the fact that they need defense next to Trey.
Yeah, you have a lot of options there with Hunter and Okoro that you can play both of them at the 2-3 and then just let Trey go off. And Okoro has shown that he can score. He just needs to improve on it a little bit more. So, okay. So now we have 7, which is in our draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And personally, I think they get their man that they've been high on.
Yeah, now I didn't have him getting in the original mock draft, but yeah, I got him taking that Tyrese Haliburton.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Oh, you were different.
I was going to say Obi.
Oh, yeah, we did have Obi fall.
Yeah.
I
was going to say they take the power forward that they need. They need a power forward. Yes, they need a guard, but they have what's his face? Josh Okogie. They can play him.
Yeah, I'll go Obi.
And he can play at that 3 or 4 for them. Where Tyrese Haliburton is playing at a position they're already established at, and that I feel like they want D'Lo there for a while, you know.
Yeah, I'll go Obi. They're high on him. Yeah, I wouldn't personally do it, but it's the Timberwolves, so I know that they would do something like that.
And it just I don't want to say makes the most sense, but it's like they were so high on them. They set smoke screens. They were like, okay, we finally got the Pistons to trade with us, and then they're like, okay, we're at 7. Obi's here. We save money. Let's just take him. It's the guy we wanted the entire time. Where Tyrese Haliburton, yes, a great talent. Think he could go top 5 possibly. Just saying. But I think he falls to this next pick here with the New York Knicks.
That makes more sense. Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
I think the New York Knicks select Tyrese Haliburton, and he starts point guard day 1 for them. I think it's a perfect situation for Tyrese Haliburton and the New York Knicks. I think Tyrese Haliburton,
low profile, skilled guy,
and I think he fits perfectly in that in the Knicks atmosphere.
And then you run it up with Haliburton, RJ, Kevin Knox, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, I think obviously not the best team you can roll out there, or if you can bring in a free agent. If
they're not doing that,
I know, but still. Okay, so who do we got at? What would it be? 9. We got the Washington.
The Wizards.
Unlock my phone here to see who. Jeez.
They have some decent guys left.
Personally, in my mock draft, I had a Okoro going here, or not Okoro. I had a Kongu going here.
We still have Patrick Williams available. We have Vassell, R.J. Barrett, Kyra Lewis. We have Killian Hayes available too. We let him fall.
So do we? Okay, what does Washington do here then? Do they go guard? Do they go forward? Do they go center? Obviously, center is kind of far in
I was gonna
between
say
now.
power forward, center. They don't need to touch. They have a bunch of guys.
Yeah. So I think they go small forward guard
I was
here.
gonna say, so I feel like a Williams or Vassell move would be here, or even a still of Killian Hayes. It's just like, do they want the guy to replace John Wall right away? Because I saw that like he was already kind of compared to John Wall.
Who, Killian Hayes?
Yeah.
I personally think that as of right now, their starting small forward I think is Rui. Or he's their power forward.
I think it's Troy Brown Jr.
say
or somebody else.
Who did you say we had? Patrick Williams, Vassell.
Yeah, as the forwards left. Or even Precious, but that's a reach.
Yeah, I had Patrick Williams going 7 in mine to the Bulls. I personally think that he could go here to the Washington. If you can persuade me otherwise, I will take it. But
I wouldn't be mad at it. It's a wing defender next
Yeah.
to Beal and John Wall and Mo and Rui and Mahimi
no,
and
not
Thomas
Mahimi.
Bryant and
Mahimi.
whatever big guys left in the league.
Yeah, I think they could go. I think they go Patrick or Vassell here. I think they go a 3 to kind of they get a defender. They get a defender, and both Vassell and Williams are defender there because I don't think they truly have a defender. You can't say Mo's a defender. Really, he's an offensive guy.
No, I've never said he's a defender.
Yeah, you can't say Rui's a defender. He's an offensive guy.
Well, no, I think Rui was known more defensively than offensively.
But he wasn't
at
that
Gonzaga.
good. He didn't show it really last year.
He was like a catch a lob guy and then play some paint defense.
And I mean, your best defender on that team, sadly to say, is John Wall coming back from not playing for 2 years.
I mean, Beal wasn't bad.
Beal got better. I think he had to adapt to get better. He had to learn to get better because there was no other defense on that team. So,
Yeah, so we're going Patrick Williams.
yeah, I think Patrick Williams there.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have 10, which is being kept by the Phoenix Suns. Who do you have?
I love that Killian Hayes is still on the
Yep.
board.
I take Killian Hayes there. I think he develops behind Chris Paul, and I think he runs that bench squad for them.
If he's available at that pick, you no questions asked. I feel like you take him.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I don't think I have anyone over him. Okay, now we have 11 San Antonio Spurs. I'd Alexia.
Oh, we have him going this high.
But that's just because I'm on the whole Greg Popovich taking a foreign. Now I will look at. I personally think Nate Smith. He's been getting a lot of hype. Don't know if that's smoke screening, but I feel like Nate Smith could go there as a type of 2-3 guy for them.
Or do they go like Vassell? Or I mean, they don't need another point guard.
No, they have 10 of them.
So they go Vassell. They go Precious as another wing guy if they're trading DeRozan, and then you get the guy that's already ready to back up LaMarcus Aldridge. So I don't know. You're saying
Alexi, he's a big guy. He can shoot. He can play defense. But
does that mean Popovich plans on coaching for 10 more years though?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because you're only taking him when Popovich is sticking around.
Well, Popovich, he runs the whole organization. He can take whoever he wants. He can screw over the whole organization. And just be like,
We haven't had many hot takes. I'll go Alexi.
You know, Alexi?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, we talked about Alexi early, back a month or two ago, and
because we saw that video that said that guy said the dude with the A name that's really tall and a Popovich guy. So we just went with it.
Okay, so Alexi to 11 to the Spurs. Okay, 12 Sacramento Kings. I have Vassell.
Yeah, at that point you got to do it.
I think you go best available.
Especially if they end up trading Hield at any point.
Yeah, I think go Vassell. He can play that 2-3 for you if you need it,
and then you let the ball be in De'Aaron Fox's hands and really show what he can do.
Yep. Okay. 13 Pelicans. At first had Kyrie Lewis here or Kyra Lewis here.
But now they have every point guard known to man on their team.
So I think they go wing here. I would say.
Or they package it with George Hill or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Or even no, you don't have to package a pick with Lonzo. Teams will still take Lonzo.
Yeah, teams will take him very cheap. I feel like they'll accept very cheap in return.
Which, while I'm speaking about Lonzo, Lonzo's on the thumbnail for a reason. Pelicans said that they were kind of shopping Lonzo. They go out and get Bledsoe and George Hill. Already had Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and that other guy with the flat top. Forgot his name.
Frank Jackson.
Yes, yes. So
do the Pistons?
You just get a facilitator there.
So do the Pistons do Kennard for Lonzo straight up?
Maybe you just get a. I feel like Bledsoe is the kind of facilitator they need. I mean, of course, Lonzo's a facilitator and can play defense, but it's like you're kind of wasting Lonzo at that point because it's Brandon Ingram's team.
Yeah.
With Zion on the side. So you get like a low-profile small forward or shooting guard like they had in JJ Redick, and then Jackson Hayes at the center. I've put Favors on the bench.
Yeah,
if you're gonna keep Favors.
Oh, without doubt.
So then you let Ingram and Zion do the scoring with another shooting guard, and then you just have a guy that's gonna like Bledsoe. It's gonna play defense and pass the ball.
And I think since you got rid of Holiday, you lost your 3-ball there from your guards.
Yeah, so, like it's because like I mean. I'm not knocking Alonzo. I'm still a Lonzo fan, but Alonzo's also not going to be knocking down the shots that you're going to need. So
do we say they're not trading the pick here, but they trade they trade Luke Kennard?
I don't want to make it to the Pistons, but I would love it. It was kind of more like clickbait.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I don't really know what another team that Lonzo could go for. I had said it on Twitter, and someone responded he's going back to the Lakers.
Honestly,
they just lost Rondo.
Honestly, like as stupid as that sounds, I feel like it might work. That they let Lonzo mature for a year, kind of humble himself, be like, okay, and then he goes back to the Lakers and throw lobs to LeBron and AD.
Or do the Kings get upset and just trade? Or not the Kings, but the Knicks get upset they didn't get LaMelo, so they trade for Lonzo.
After they have Tyrese Halliburton. So you're running the same exact player at your 1 and 2.
Either way, I mean, okay, so what this is number 13.
Yeah.
This thing I'm looking at also has Jalen Smith going next to the Celtics. I'm not mad at that either on the Pelicans as a stretch big backup over Favors. Cuz realistically, you can, like I just said, you can get by with a serviceable point guard, and then you just get somebody that can shoot at the shooting guard. So a center wouldn't be bad either.
I'm just looking through here.
Or Naismith's still on the board. I don't think we had him go anywhere.
I thought about Naismith there. Give him a guy like JJ Redick off the bench.
Or he can go to shooting guard if he wanted. So I mean, if we go him, I'm not mad at that.
I say we go Naismith there. Give him a shooter that we've been talking about. Okay, so now we got 14 Celtics. I personally had Vernon Carey here, but I do think Smith goes.
Yeah, if you're going big, then Jalen Smith's the best center available.
Honestly, though, I think Vernon Carey does go to the Celtics at some point in this draft. I've heard everywhere saying that.
And we just kind of said that a few months ago, and like as a joke, but then like it's just again, we started something, and it just comes out.
So I think Smith goes here, but I do think the Celtics take 2 big men in this draft because they have so many picks. But I also think they trade one of these picks they somehow involve one of their picks in a trade. They have like 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, I'm not mad about Jalen Smith going there.
All right, so Jalen Smith. All right, 15 Orlando Magic.
Did we officially have Killian get drafted?
Yes, RJ Hampton here.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say if not, then yeah.
I think me and you agreed on this on Monday's video. So RJ Hampton to the Magic fits perfectly. Is their future guy. Okay, 16 Portland Trailblazers. I had Tyler Bay going here before the Covington trade, so I still think they go a young wing though.
This site that I'm looking at has them going Precious. It kind of makes sense.
I agree with that.
Because now, like I said earlier, if you're not getting Melo back, and then you just lost, you just traded Ariza and you lost Hood, so yeah, wing definitely makes sense. And if you're going best available, I think it's Precious that's the best wing available.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you go like Saddiq Bey,
Static or Tyler
Or
Bay.
Vassell? Have we had Vassell go?
Yeah, Vassell went to he went to the Kings.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Vassell's off the board. So yeah, you either go Bay or
Either
Precious.
Bay.
Yeah, and so I think Precious may be a little bit be a little bit better defensively, and that's really what they need. So
Yeah,
I mean, but then again, they do have a defensive oriented shooting guard, our small forward in Nasir Little, like I said. But
I'll let you make the pick, whoever you want here.
I'm going Precious.
Precious, okay. Okay, so now we have 17 Timberwolves. Obviously they took who did we have them taken? We had them taken Obi. I think they go guard here. I personally think they go Josh Green. It's a little bit of a reach, but I think they take who they want. I think they take a guard there.
We had Kyra Lewis go already.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't. I can see him.
Tyra Lewis.
I can see him, or yeah, I mean Josh Green's right there, or Cole Anthony. It's really all in there. I'm just thinking who's better defensively, really.
I think Kyra, from what I've seen. I didn't see much of him playing but what I've seen from scouting reports, Kyra's better at defending.
Because I would say like that's what they need. They don't need like another guy that needs the ball. Like, that's the whole point of them not getting LaMelo.
Yeah.
And so if they got Obi also, so
Kyra Lewis
in this one, yeah, I'm thinking him.
All right, I'll take Kyra there. I think it makes sense. Defender off the bench. Okay, so now we have 18 Dallas Mavericks. Obviously, I think big man here.
You can go Alexi here because we still have him on the board.
No,
oh no, we did have him go first.
Yeah. Big man wise, you got Sadiq, you got Tyler Bay,
We got Vernon Carey out there.
Vernon Carey, Isaiah Stewart.
I think I said Isaiah Stewart in our video, so I could sit at that, or Jaden McDaniels.
I'll go Isaiah here. I won't mind that. I'll go Isaiah.
Okay.
So Isaiah Stewart to the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 19.
Cole Anthony.
Yep. I was gonna say me and you agreed on that. Cole Anthony. Him and
Bruce Brown running it up off the bench with Dinwiddie and Levert. I mean, obviously you're not having them all four, so someone's getting traded there.
Yeah. So, but I do think Cole Anthony.
Actually, I guess if Harden doesn't get traded, then Karras starts, but still.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 20 Miami Heat. I have Sadiq Bey. It gives them that 3-4 guy that they.
Yeah, a little profile guy, yeah. Because who's after Jimmy? They have Derek Jones.
But he might leave. Probably is going to leave.
Yeah, so I could go that.
Sadiq Bey.
Or Green.
Josh Green. That gives them
because they already have Duncan
but
playing.
that gives them another guard.
Yeah, I was going to say, but they have like Duncan playing like a shooting guard, small forward, power forward kind of thing, so I don't know.
But Sadiq Bey can play small forward, power forward, which they kind of need depth-wise.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. I mean, we said top 20, but you just want to finish it off?
I mean, do you? It's really how we feel.
Just speed around real fast?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. 21 76ers. I have them going guard here.
Yeah. Green's available again. Another shooter if they lose Josh Richardson.
Why would they lose him?
I think he's a free agent.
No.
Or he's got one more year, but if you trade him, then it gives you the opportunity to trade him if he doesn't want to extend. Also, it's a cheaper option.
Okay, I don't mind that. Okay, so then we got 22 Denver Nuggets. Again, I think they go guard here. I think they're deep at the forward. Or actually,
Millsap's their best power forward they have to offer. And then I don't know who's backing up Jokic. I thought they were running small ball center with Millsap.
No, they have one of the brothers, Plumlee brothers.
Okay, well, yeah, so you can get somebody better than that.
No, he's good. He was a starter. Remember, he was a starter in Portland.
Yeah, that was when they weren't good.
I think they go Jaden McDaniels here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I would assume. Yeah.
Okay, so Jaden McDaniels to the Nuggets. 23 Utah. I have point guard here, either Nico Mannion or Theo Maledon.
I would say Theo probably.
Theo, because he played overseas, more developed. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't mind Theo there. Okay, 24 Milwaukee Bucks. Um, I think they
I
have to
think you
go.
gotta go center.
Yeah, I think you gotta go big here.
So is this where Vernon goes?
Yeah, I think Vernon Carey goes here. I think he has to.
Because like you have Brooke Lopez as the shooting center, and then you have Vernon Carey as the inside center.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because then that they could run if Giannis ever had to come off the court, they could run Brooke at the 4 and Vernon at the 5, or even either or, and then just one plays in the middle. Okay, so Vernon Carey to the Bucks, 25 OKC Thunder.
They've had their roster change up so much, so I actually don't have any idea. Cause okay, so if Rubio's the point guard, they have Shea. They just got Ty Jerome also and Jalen, so they have a million point guards also.
So they need more big.
I would say like somebody that can take over from Steven Adams.
So is this where Michigan State boy goes, or Minnesota boy?
I don't know. Oh, I mean that might stretch a little bit, but they have this Zeke Naj. Oh, that's that Minnesota guy. Gosh dang it, that's the one from that went to high school. I could see him. Yeah, I could see Oturu. I don't like Tillman as a first round pick.
Me either. I didn't either. I had Killian Tilly over him. That says anything with injury issue.
Yeah, so I would go that Zeke Najee guy or Oturu. I guess. I mean, maybe if you want to stretch and take Oturu.
You think?
Yeah, because I don't know anything about the Zeke guy.
I'll say Oturu here. I'll agree with you there.
Okay, and then the Celtics, another one of their million picks. I
had Tyrell Terry here as a shooter for them.
Sure, and then just toss them in the G League.
Yeah.
Because they really don't need anything.
Okay, so now we have the Knicks with another pick.
So we already had them take Tyrese Haliburton, and then we had them take.
No, they only got Tyrese.
Okay. So do they take another point guard to back him up, or let him battle?
No, because they already have a decent amount of point guards there. They got Dennis Smith.
They have RJ, yeah, and then they have Dennis Smith that they put at shooting guard
and then
sometimes.
Frank, and then they got Alfred Payton too.
So they take a power forward after Julius Randle. So you can get rid of him.
Yeah, maybe this is where or maybe this is where the Arizona guy goes. The other guy from
I don't know his name.
The guy that's from Minnesota that played
that Zeke Najee?
Yeah, Zeke Najee.
I guess, yeah, toss him in the G League.
Or I kind of forgot about him. Tyler Bay.
Yeah, we had him fall. Well, I guess not according to this. They have Najee over him, but
I say Tyler Bay because he can play that 3 or 4.
Yeah, if he's like a shooter, because if you're gonna have Mitchell Robinson, but Mitchell Robinson also wants to be a shooter at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You think Tyler Bay there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now 28, which is OKC.
Thunder again.
I think they go again. They go a guy that can play the 3 or 4, and I say they take. Desmond Bain, maybe.
Either him or Isaiah Stewart.
We had Isaiah Stewart.
Oh, we had him go already. Okay.
Yeah, we had him go to the Thunder.
And we had McDaniels go already.
Or we had him go to the Mavericks.
We had McDaniels go already too.
Yeah.
I
think you go Desmond Bain.
Was Tyler Bay still available, or do we just have him? We had the other Bay.
Yeah, no, we just sent Tyler Bay to Knicks.
Yeah, that's where you want to go. I'll take him.
Okay. So Desmond Bain to 28.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 29. You have the Toronto Raptors. I think they go Nico Mannion here.
Someone take over for Big Booty Lowry or replace Fred if he leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, I had Trey Jones, but Nico fell on this list now, and he has a chance there. All right. So lastly,
30 Celtics yet again.
Tyrese Maxey.
Sure, just toss him in the G League. Actually, we did have him fall a lot if he's going 30. So yeah, just toss him. They just trade it. Please trade it. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Yeah, they don't need 3 first-round picks. It's unrealistic.
And I'm sure they still have some more next year too.
Yeah, they definitely do, and they probably have 3 second-round picks too. All right, so that's officially our mock draft there. It's gonna be interesting. That was the most up. Let me just make sure nothing happened.
Not that I saw.
Yeah, I would say I did not. I just saw Adam Schefter going crazy. Um, yeah, Gordon Hayward may decline his contract. His 34 million. Oh, Kimba's trending.
Yeah, because how you saw that the Celtics were trying to trade him.
Yeah, Danny Ainge was he was apparently right here. Yeah, Danny Ainge was throwing Kimba at everybody trying to get picks for Drew Holiday, which is very, very interesting. That puts, I feel like that puts Kimba in the same position Isaiah Thomas was with them. Like it just very rough the feathers up.
The
So
Bulls are reaching out to the Celtics for Kemba.
Jesus Christ, who are they gonna trade? Honestly, Kobe White.
I swear to my goodness, if they trade the 4 for Kemba and the Celtics have every pick known to man.
The Celtics take.
Because I saw the Celtics wanted somebody.
The Celtics take LaMelo somehow.
I saw that the Celtics either wanted LaMelo or Halliburton or somebody else. Like, they're just out of nowhere. Like, what more do you need?
They have a rotating door at point guard nowadays.
Something stupid's going to happen by the time this video goes up, and I'm not going to know how to feel about it. That's all really that it is to it.
Yeah, I see the Legion Hoops tweeted that out 30 minutes ago.
If Harden gets traded, I don't know what's going on. If Westbrook gets traded to the Hornets, I love it. Send the most overrated point guard in the league to one of the irrelevant teams. So either way.
Just looking here, I'm not seeing anything else. Yeah, it looks more than less all wrapped up there. For that, NBA free agency starts Friday, so 2 days after they came out and said that people can officially sign on Sunday. Then on the 30th, players can report to facilities to get corona tests, and then by the 4th or 5th, they can start officially working out with their teams. So they're going to have around 15 to 20 days to practice. Not a lot at all. Not a lot.
I mean, I think they already were kind of in secret anyway.
Probably more than likely. But, like, no, now you got to think that a lot of these teams have to establish starting lineups with the new guys they get. And, like, the Bucks could look a little rough with a new point guard and a new 3 or 4.
I'll take it.
Like, I'm not – obviously they're going to look good because they have Giannis and Chris that have been together for 4 or 5 years now. But now that you're adding a brand new point guard and Bojan in there, so just saying.
One last note, you know who will look good?
Oh.
The Pistons when they start up the season with Lonzo at the 1, LaMelo at the 2, Kuzma at the 3. See you later.
Actually, one thing I want to do.
Blake at the 4, Christian Wood 5.
One thing I want to address before we end this off here. It's a very basketball dominant video, so I feel like we can turn the tides here. To something I've been waiting to mention since I can see you in person here now finally, and I got you cornered. Dylan McCaffrey would have been the better option. We've seen how Joe is doing. Joe's about to lose his job to Cade. Dylan would have been the better option. I said it here on the podcast months ago during the summer.
Well, guess what? Dylan got bodied out of his own position. So
Okay, Joe. What has Joe done? Joe hasn't proved he's a starting quarterback at Michigan.
Neither has the offensive coordinators or the head coach or anybody has proved that they should have a starting job at any university in the world.
I'm just saying, Dylan would have been the better option there.
Again, who cares? It's football. The worst coaching staff in the country. It's basketball season. I usually lose interest in football season after week 2 anyway. So it's whatever. It's basketball season. I could really not care less. I saw they're on the verge of getting 2 5-stars next year. I don't care.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. I
did
see they have Crystal. They're on Crystal Ball for like 2 or 3 5-stars next year, which is very surprising. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out that Cade might be starting at quarterback this weekend. Wait, who are they playing again?
Rutgers.
Oh, I just hope to God we win. I don't have my hopes up though.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all we got for you guys though. Kind of a longer video here. I think just over an hour. So if you guys could like and subscribe, that would help out a lot. And we'll be back next week with probably a little draft recap, maybe jumping up and down.
Hopefully, I'm very happy. If not, then
Hopefully we both roll up in LaMelo Detroit Piston jerseys.
hopefully I'm happy. If not, then I don't know. Hopefully the Lakers can make some moves. If not, I'd be on like.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the Dennis Schroeder trade.
Yeah, I mean,
It wasn't that big of a trade, but still, Dennis Schroeder.
we
probably,
almost forgot about Chris Paul too. So.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder probably starting at point guard for Lakers now.
So I mean, I'm just saying I might be on a certain watch list if the Pistons don't get LaMelo.
Take
If-
Patrick Williams.
If they don't get LaMelo, the Lakers don't sign any depth, and if Jordan Poole gets traded.
Should be an interesting night. This is going up Wednesday morning. We record this on Tuesday. We got as much information as we could. So if we predict stuff, they wiretapping my room. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yo, shout out Andrew and MORT, bro.